Hey, I'm Lorenz, and over the last 4 years I've built hundreds of automation. Some of them saved me countless hours, while others ended up in the graveyards of failed attempts. And in this video, I want to give you the 10 most costly automation mistakes I made, so you don't have to make them yourself. Automation can be a game changer for your business, but it's not all a smooth sailing. Trust me, I learned it the hard way, and now I want to save you time, stress, and money. So let's jump into it. Mistake number 1: not starting with the big picture. Here's the thing, it's easy to dive straight into building something, especially when you're excited. But without a clear end goal, you're just wasting time. And I've done it. Jumped into automations, focusing on small details first, just to realize that I missed the bigger picture. Lesson learned here: always start with the end in mind. Understand the desired outcome before diving into the technical part. This way, you can work backward and avoid redoing things. Mistake number 2: ignoring error handling. This is very crucial. You're building automations, everything is working fine until users messes up something. And that's when automation falls apart. I've lost track of records simply because I didn't account for small user errors like reversing first and last names. Lesson learned here: ask yourself what could go wrong here, because it probably happened. So design your automation with flexibility and error handling built in. Test them, stress them, and always think about how people, not just machine, will interact with your system. Mistake number 3: going straight to production. I've rushed into production before thinking I will fix things as I go, but this approach often leads to problems that could have been easily avoided. Testing in a controlled environment before going live is crucial. Lesson learned here: always have a staging environment, especially for complex automation. Test everything there before taking to the real world. Avoid surprises. Mistake number 4: skipping documentation. When I started, I thought I could just remember everything. But when things broke or needed adjustment, I wasted hours trying to figure out what I had done before. And lesson learned here is document your automation, everything. Create a simple knowledge base so that both you and your team can understand what's happening and why. It saves time and sanity in the long run. Mistake number 5: not mapping processes before building. This one cost me the most. Clients often come to you with a vague idea of what they need, but if you don't fully understand their processes first, you are setting yourself up for a failure. I have to scrap entire automation because the process map wasn't clear. Lesson learned here: before you automate, map out the process. Ask the right question to understand the flow completely. The clearer the map, the smoother the automation. Mistake number 6: working with the wrong clients. This one hurt, and I'm sure many of you can relate. Early on, I took on projects without really understanding my ideal clients. And some clients were enthusiastic but didn't really see the value of automation. Others didn't have the budget to implement what I was suggesting. Lesson learned here: define your ideal client's profile, understand their needs, their budget, and their willingness to invest in automation as a necessary tool, not something nice to have. Mistake number 7: forgetting about maintenance. I used to think once an automation was built, it would just run forever. But things of course change. New features, outdated API, expired tokens, or just new business requirement can break everything. Lesson learned here: automation needs maintenance. Plan for ongoing checks and ensure you have a maintenance contract in place with clients, especially for larger systems. Mistake number 8: poor organization and naming convention. When you are building automation, it's very easy to let things get chaotic. I've lost track of automation and spent too much time trying to find one particular workflow. Lesson learned here: use clear naming convention from the start. Don't just name things like automation 1, automation 2. Use the scripted name and keep everything well organized. Mistake number 9: not predicting API cost. When I started to work with the APIs, I didn't consider how costs would scale as usage increased. Suddenly, I was faced with unexpected bills that could have been avoided if I had planned ahead. Lesson learned here: when working with APIs, always calculate potential cost at scale. Build a direct cost estimate for each tool you use and use tracking tools to avoid nasty surprises. Mistake number 10. Waiting for the perfect final product. In the past, I would work for months on a final automation solution and deliver it all at once. But this created delays and frustration. The client waited too long and I risked missing the mark. Lesson learned here: work in stages, deliver small milestones and get feedback earlier. This allows clients to adjust and keep things on track. And now I would like to say you another 2 mistakes I did in the past. Mistake number 11, not listening to your team. When I first started, I focused too much on the technical side and didn't listen enough to the people who actually use the system. I built things without fully understanding how the team would interact with them. Lesson learned here: listen to your team, especially the end user. They will tell you where the bottlenecks are and what actually needs to be automated. Mistake number 12, neglecting ongoing training. I used to assume that once automation were in place, the work was done. But people often need training to understand the new processes and how to interact with the system. Lesson learned here: provide ongoing training and support for your team or clients. Make sure everyone knows how the automation works and what they can do to improve it. Now that I've shared this lesson with you, I hope you can avoid my mistake and save time, money and frustration. Automation is a powerful tool, but only when done right. If you're ready to get started or optimize your current system, feel free to reach out for a free 15 minutes consultation. I will help you create a plan that's works for you and for your business. If you find this video helpful, please give me a like, drop a comment and subscribe. I would love to hear about your own automation experience. What mistake have you learned so far? Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.